Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology. Semester 3rd, Subject DMS and POD. Chapter number 2nd, Relational Data Model. This is the last video of chapter number 2nd and last topic is the primary key, foreign key and candidate key. Regarding the key concept, learning outcome of this video: key concept, primary key, foreign key, candidate key. Now in this video we will discuss key concept, last topic. An SQL key is either a single columns or a group of columns that can uniquely identify rows in a table. SQL keys ensure that there are no rows with a duplicate information. Not only that, but they also help in establishing a relationship between the multiple tables in the database. They also help in establishing a relationship between multiple tables in the database. Therefore, it becomes imperative to learn about the different keys in SQL. There are 6 types of key: the primary key, super key, candidate key, alternate key, composite key, and foreign key. In previous slide, I just told about the primary key, candidate key, and alternate key. Foreign key. Then the types of 6 types of the key: the primary key, super key, candidate key, alternate key, composite key, and foreign key. Now in the next slide, next is candidate key. It is a set of one or more fields or columns that can identify a record uniquely in a table. There can be multiple candidate keys in one table. Each candidate key can work as a primary key. For example, in below diagram, the ID, roll number, and enrollment numbers are the candidate keys. Since all these 3 keys can be worked as a primary key, and primary key is in the primary key, the unique values are entered. So the candidate key is set one or more fields column that can identify record uniquely in a table. So enrollment number, roll number, and next is the alternate key. An alternate key is a key that can be worked as a primary key. Basically, it is a candidate key that currently is not a primary key. For example, the roll number and enrollment number become alternate keys when we define ID as a primary key. Next is composite or compound key. The composite key is the combinations of more. Next is the unique key. A unique key is a set of one or more fields, columns of a table that uniquely identify records in a database table. It is like a primary key, but it can accept only one null value and it cannot have the duplicate value. Next is the foreign key. Foreign key is a field in a database table that is a primary key in another table. It can accept multiple nulls and duplicate value. Foreign key constraint is also known as referential integrity constraint. In this constraint, one field is common in between 2 tables. Foreign key represents relationship between tables. There is the parent-child relationship between the 2 tables having the common columns. The master table can be referred as a parent, while the transactions tables is considered as a child. The common field will work as a primary key in a parent table, while a foreign key is a one table points to a primary key in another table. If foreign key can have a different name than the primary key it comes from, the primary key is used by. A foreign key is also known as the parent key. The table where the primary key is from is known as the parent table. The foreign key can be used to make sure that row in one table have corresponding row in another table. Foreign key value can be null even though primary key value can't. The foreign key don't have to be unique. In fact, they often are. For example, consider the Training Institute database having the two tables courses details in the have the employee ID, employee and the departments. Then there is a condition that the employee may register for the department which are available in the company currently or not. So the employee ID, names and address in the one tables, and department ID, department names and employee ID is there. So employee ID is belonging to the department's table. As well, difference between the primary key and unique key. The primary key can't accept a null value, and unique key can accept only one null value. In primary key, by default, primary key is cluster indexed and data in the database table is physically organized in sequence of cluster index. And unique key, by default, unique key is a unique cluster index. And primary key, we can have only one primary key in a table. And unique key, we can have more than one unique key in a table. In primary key, the difference between the primary key and foreign key. In primary key, uniquely identify records in the table, and a foreign key is a field in the table that is primary key in another table. In primary key can't accept the null values, and foreign key can accept multiple null values. By default, primary key is cluster index and data in the database table is physically organized in the sequence of the cluster index. And the foreign key do not automatically create an index, clustered or not clustered. You can manually create an index on foreign key. In primary key, we can have only one primary key in a table. Thank you.